Welcome to the party.
In the studio live, we have the Greg.
Hi.
Hey guys, Topic Thunder. So excited you're here, Greg.
Yeah, thanks.
So because you're here, we're gonna have to do the cheers. Okay, Greg. For those, since you're a guest in my studio, why don't you tell people what Topic Thunder is?
Oh, Topic Thunder. Should I look straight at the camera?
Yeah, go for it.
Topic Thunder is where we find one random question, one random topic, and we're going to talk about it. And this is really our short form. If you want the Johnny Angel podcast, which is more of an hour, this is for your short commute, maybe a short run. If you can do a 8-minute mile or something like that, this would complete your mile. So we try to keep it. We try to keep it between 7 and 12 minutes. We hit one topic, and then we move on. So. Ready?
Stay tuned for Kick-Ass Fact of the Day. Do not leave if you don't like the topic. You might learn something. All right. Here we go. Random topic is torture. Is torture justified with terrorism?
Okay, so we're talking like a waterboarding or like...
I think we're talking about like
fingernails.
bad stuff, man, to get the information so we save the world.
There's a part of me, like my initial reaction is, yes, if we're torturing bad people to save good people, then yeah, I think it's justified. But I can tell you the more I would think about it, and it would be very easy for someone to talk to me and be like, but does that make us the bad people? Does that... But I don't know. There's a quote out there, I believe it came from the Templar Knights, who I am a big fan of. And they said, for those I love, I will do great and terrible things.
Oh, that's a great quote.
And I guess I'm a little bit leaning more towards that end. If someone said, torture this guy to save your family, yeah, I'm going to torture that guy.
I'm actually trying to find a reason why it's not acceptable.
Yeah.
Which sounds weird. I mean, my gut and my heart tell me, yeah. Mm-hmm. You know, America, fuck yeah. You know, that's how I feel about it. But there is that fine line. I think what you're dealing with is if we're the good guys we think we are.
Mm-hmm. Do we do that?
Yeah. I guess I got to take this into some sort of a comic book superhero thing where it's like literally Batman and Superman are having this argument, right? Because we know Superman would be like, no, we don't do that,
right?
Where Batman would be like, yes, we're going to do that because it's going to save millions of people. You know what? That quote speaks volumes.
Yeah, it does.
It's a great quote. I wouldn't mind getting it tattooed somewhere, actually. But yeah. I'm sorry. I think it's the bad guys wouldn't have the mercy on us. But I guess if we don't show them mercy, we're no better than them.
And you can see that kind of cycle thinking. It's that thing of, you could see where it would keep ramping up.
Yeah,
and there would be like, well, you killed one of ours, we're going to kill one of yours. You waterboarded one of ours, we're going to waterboard one of yours. And when you think about like torture in the past, I mean, like the Spanish Inquisition, there was a lot of torture to get people to admit to some pretty terrible things that they never even did. Same with like the Salem witch trials and things like that, where it's when we're talking about good guys and bad guys, that depends on what side of the fence you're on.
Yeah,
for a lot of different things. And if I consider myself the good guy, then someone is considering me the bad guy.
You're right, yeah.
And would I want to be treated? Would I want them to think, well, they think torture is cool, so we're going to say torture is cool too.
Right.
There's a lot of different facets to it.
Would it be? This has just popped into my head, so I didn't give great thought to it. But would it be almost like, we should maybe look at it like, how would a kid view that? Or is that being naive? Because a kid kind of looks at everything like, puppy dog tails and...
Yeah, but I've got 3 kids.
Right.
And I can pretty much say that out of the three, one of them would say, no, that's not okay. One of them would say, no, that's totally cool.
Yeah.
So, and they're being brought up in the same family with the same set value,
yeah.
set everything else. And so it's hard to say.
Well, I'm putting it in my, I guess I'm putting my family in that quote. What was that quote again?
For those I love, I will do great and terrible things.
Yeah. I guess the first part of that quote is, I would do great.
Mm-hmm.
But then I guess it's like you said, it's you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. So it's a moral dilemma for sure. I don't think I have a definitive answer, because
I don't think there is a definitive answer.
I think there is a definitive answer with me. It's just the side of me saying, like, are you sure? You positive? You sure that's the only way to get through this? You sure you don't turn into the bad guy doing that?
But at the same time, I think I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
if it's the safety of my family, or
Yeah.
this guy gets tortured, so he gives up information that could lead to my family not getting, I don't know, hurt, bombed, whatever. Yeah, I'm going to pull out his fingernails, you know?
There was a movie, I want to say it came out 94, 95, maybe it was even earlier than that. It was Denzel Washington, Bruce Willis.
The Siege.
Yeah, The Siege.
Yes.
And I think Annette Bening was in it.
Yes.
And it was kind of this answer. They locked down Manhattan, I believe, because Bruce Willis is the military guy.
Right.
Denzel Washington is
the commissioner, right? Police commissioner or something?
Is he? I thought he was like CIA.
I can't. Oh, maybe.
Intelligence
Probably.
guy.
Probably.
But they're on opposite ends of the spectrum.
Right.
Bruce Willis was like, no, we waterboard people because it works.
Right.
And Denzel Washington's like, no, we can't do that. And so, and that was, I wasn't actually trying to do a Denzel impression there. I kind of slid into one. But it was, I mean, that was that argument. And I think at the end, like, a bomb goes off. Like,
oh.
And it was one of those, it's like, okay. And the movie ends, the credits roll, and you're going, so which way do you go? I mean, it leaves you with that question kind of hanging out there.
Yeah, because I think you're right. There's no answer to it. I guess it would be up to the individual. If, like, in your household, if it was up to the two kids you were discussing, and, like, you know, one, you leave one to their way and the other to their way.
I don't know.
Yeah, interesting.
There's enough out there, like either like philosophy sets or even in the media, where we are told that there's got to be a better way. There's got to be another way to solve a problem than violence and warfare and everything else.
Yeah.
I'm not a good enough person, or I'm not smart enough, or whatever it is, for me to immediately go, okay, let's think of the other ways. That's just me.
Yeah. I'm reminded, I don't know, all of a sudden, remember the Punisher with Thomas Jane?
Yes.
Where he told the guy he was going to melt his back. Like,
it was a popsicle.
And at first he says, you're going to feel, your nerves are going to get singed so fast your body thinks it's cold. And so he puts a popsicle to the guy's back, and the guy's screaming because he thinks he's getting cooked. And he ends up giving the information. I mean, that's a movie.
Yeah.
But
there are people out there that are
trained to trick you.
Yeah. Well, they're trained in the art of torture, be it like psychological torture or physical.
Yeah.
There's people out there that know how to do that stuff.
That's true. I don't know if you remember. It was the one where they're hunting Bin Laden, that movie. Chris Pratt's in it.
Zero Dark 30?
Yes. In the beginning, when they're in that hot box. Did you ever get in a claustrophobic scenario?
Nothing where I felt my life was at stake.
No, but you ever gotten a...
Oh, sure.
And then thought to yourself for a second, like, if I had to spend 24 hours in this box with speakers blaring at me in 110-degree heat, how could I... Like, that's... Yeah, I don't know. I guess my gut, I'm going to go with my gut and my heart, because my gut and my heart is attached to the greater good. I don't... This is such a tough question.
Yeah, because there's been a lot of bad stuff that's been done.
Right, yeah. Like,
in the greater good.
Yeah.
The greater good.
Right. So, and with our climate now, and I think people are in a higher state of fear. You just walk to a Walmart right now, right? People are kind of worried about it. So if we tortured a guy to find out what his brother was up to, maybe that's worth it. I don't know.
But And the question would be, like, you bring up torture a guy to figure out what his brother was doing.
Right.
But did that guy do anything wrong?
Yeah. Of course, it's a made-up scenario,
Yeah.
but I could sit there and say yes and solve it. But
Well, it's made up, but we've heard, and we can say that we saw this in the media or we saw this in the movies or whatever. Some of these guys aren't pulling from fake situations. Some of these writers are like, no, I talked to a guy and this is what he told
this
me, and
is
he was
what they
former
do.
military or whatever.
right, yeah. So I think
We don't have an answer for this
Yeah, I
one. This
think we're
is
at
a pure
stalemate.
topic. So, on that note, folks out there, in the comments down below, we want to hear from you and what you think about this. Let us know.
boom. Help us out. Let us know. Comments below.
We
okay?
will respond.
No texts, no Facebook chat. Boom. Comments below. Thank you. All right. Well, that didn't conclude the way I thought it would, but that's what happens when you have a random conversation.
Yeah.
So let's lighten our palate with a fact of the day.
What
So
do we got?
let's see what happens. The fact of the day is we've already seen that one. Actually, we already seen that one. That's Olga.
Oh, man.
Okay, so we have to go to a different fact, I think. We'll go with Saturn's moon Rhea may have its own set of rings. This would be the first discovery of rings around a moon. Okay.
Well, great.
Fact of the day. That's what you get. So
And millions of dollars are probably being spent on a telescope to discover.
yeah, we
rings
can't
around
figure out
the
world
moon.
hunger,
Yeah, I'm like, really?
or we can't add that to healthcare.
That's kind of another topic thing.
Yeah,
I have some philosophical issues with space exploration in general.
Sounds like that's a pretty good topic. to
It
hit
could
one
be,
day.
yeah. That might have to be a full podcast.
Yeah. All right. Well, that ends our show for Topic Thunder today. Greg, thank you very much, man.
Thank you.
And we will see each other soon. Take care.